Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Russian Tier 8 Premium Medium Tank, the T-44-100. And if you haven't guessed by the title, as always, this is the third mark video for the tank. So this is a game before the mark and then the actual third mark. Although this game was quite a while before the third mark, as you can see with the clan tag of Swindle and myself. So the T-44-100 is a pretty damn nice tank. It's a very solid tier 8 medium tank. You know, it's got 7 degrees gun depression, a pretty good rate of fire, a pretty good gun in general. Mobility's okay. It's just generally a very nice tank to play. The gun tends to hit things, and it doesn't have that much armor, but you can do things like side scrape and make it pretty decent. So recently, I hit 2K subscribers, which was amazing, and I can't thank you all enough for subscribing and watching my content and giving me feedback on all this great stuff. So today I am going to do the giveaway for that 2K subscribers, because I said that at the start, because it was near enough to the start of the month, and the way that the tanks are credited is by Wargaming. So we used to get codes to give out, but now we have a spreadsheet that basically anybody that wins our giveaways, we put their GT into a spreadsheet, and then Wargaming will credit it from the first of the month, or the very next month anyway. So like from now it'll be April 1st, but you're not guaranteed to get it on April 1st. It'll be credited by Wargaming from the first working day, or any time within that first 5 working days, pretty much. So the Monday to the Friday of the first week in that month. So obviously I didn't want to do the giveaway when I got 2K subs right at the start of the month, because you'd have had to wait a whole month to get your giveaway prize. So that's why I'm doing it now. And what you can win is the STRV-81, which is the tier 8 Swedish premium medium tank, which is basically the Centurion, or it's the unskinned Primo Victoria, which is a Centurion tank that's slightly slower, has a better rate of fire than the Tech Tree Centurion, and fires APCR as standard. It's a decent tank, and it's one that is pretty okay. Then you've got, and here you might be going, I see why he's picked this tank to be part of the video for the giveaway. Yes, the Volk T-44-100. You can earn the skinned version of this tank from this giveaway, and also the AT-15A, which is the tier 7 AT-15 with the comic gun. It's a decent little tank destroyer. It's not the best, but it, you know, if you top tier in that, it can be okay. So what do you have to do to win these prizes from a giveaway? Well, all you've got to do is be subscribed, and if you didn't know the way that YouTube Analytics tells you these things, apparently over 50%, I think it was 55% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So to be involved in this giveaway, be subscribed, click that big red button down below. Also, in the comments, put your PSN or Xbox Live gamer tag in the comment, and by the way, put a -X or a -P for whether you are Xbox or PlayStation, because that's important. And in the comment, put the tank that you want to be entered for the giveaway, and you can enter for all 3. That's your choice. Whether if you have one, don't bother going for one if you own it, because you won't get it credited, because it only credits the tank. So if you already own the tank, there's no point. So in your comment, you want to put either STRV-81, Volk T-44-100, or AT-15A, or all 3 if you don't have any of them. And make sure that they are like that, because when I draw it, I will put in the drawer the tank that I'm doing that specific draw for, so like STRV-81, and it will pick out all the comments on this video that has STRV-81 in its comment, and then it will draw it. I will put the rules down in the description below so that you can double check what you have to do and make it that easy, because as always, I'm not going to clickbait this video. I'm not going to put it in the title, I'm not going to put it in the description that it is a giveaway. I'm just going to put the rules, because the giveaways are for you guys that watch, not for people that click, oh, giveaway, and click on the video. You know, it's a way to reward you guys, and not the people that literally specifically search for giveaways. So now we've got past that, the T-44-100, you've just seen a nice game, 2K base, like nearly 4k damage, quite a bit of assistance. We won that game with Swindle and Turkey, and that game was quite a while ago. Like I say, it's one that I didn't really have. It's one that I played. I used to play quite a lot pre 6.0, but post 6.0 I've not really played too much. But then I'll take it out on the odd occasion, and slowly but surely on the odd occasion I have taken it out. It's been slowly but surely just moving up in its percentages. I've not really had any stomping games in it, particularly up until really the third mark game. And this game was about doing enough. And we're on Sand River, and we're going to the middle position here, which is a pretty powerful position for the flank that we've spawned on. Unfortunately for the other side, this position that we're taking here isn't actually as good anymore, because as you see, most of my team's already up at H1-2, and that never used to be the case. It used to be the case that if you got to about G6, you know, on the opposite ledge to where I am right now, that you'd be able to spot everybody climbing up the dunes onto the 1-2 line, and you'd get free shots, and you'd be able to farm quite a bit of free damage right at the start of the game. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen anymore. Like you saw with my team, they'd already climbed, and it just means that the position that is opposite to this one, or mirrors this one, just isn't as good. This position that I'm in now is definitely still better for our team, because you're a lot more sheltered from the enemy team that take up positions in the high hills. Because from their spawn, from where they are, anybody that sits along the one line can easily shoot and damage the people that sit on the ledge. Whereas from this side, I can quite easily get below the ridge lines, stay safe from anybody on the K line, really. And if they want to shoot me from where the position where the Type 59-2 is, they really have to overexpose themselves to the people on the one line. So that position is a lot better for us than it is for them. But unfortunately in this game I didn't really get to utilise it all that much. We got one shot into the Type 59-2. We're trying to find more shots into him. I just repositioned because we were getting shot by a lot of stuff that was sat at the back at K8, 9. And it wasn't just worth keep poking there, because I was just going to keep getting spotted, and it would have led to me getting a lot of my hit points lost. So we're trying to fire some shots into these guys here. We nearly got the Emil. Unfortunately, this Type 59-2 is just evading our shots just about. Then this SU-122-54 gets spotted. We get a nice shot into his side, but unfortunately we get spotted, which means we don't really want to stick about all that much. So I'm just trying to get a shot or two in, but we just need to get away. So I've realised really that the enemy team seems to all be on that flank in front of me. So what I've done is decided, you know what, I'm going to push aggressively and I'm going to take this mid-ridge. Because from this mid-ridge, I could possibly get good shots out at their team, like this T-25 pilot we're shooting at, or the Emil. And as well as that, if there's anything sat on the K-line, I could push into a position where I could try to spot it. And that would probably garner me some spotting assist and free shots generally myself, and get me some damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up closer to their base and move up onto this part of the ridge over here so that I can possibly spot anything. There we go. We end up spotting the Draugen. Unfortunately, ricochet off the Draugen's upper plate, because Draugen's one of those tanks that has no armour, but because of random angles on its hull, you just bounce shots. We get a nice shot into the CS-53, which again doesn't really have much armour but has random angles, but that one went straight in because we hit the front of his turret. We pen it, and we're just going to keep basically moving about on this ridgeline, hoping that we can assist our team at any point, getting free shots into people, because obviously their team is currently distracted with my team, and they're not really focusing all that much on me. So if I can utilise that advantage and keep putting some hurt into the enemy team while they're distracted, hopefully I can bleed them of a lot of the hit points and my team can help me get rid of them. So we know where they are, it's just a case of keeping the gun working. So we've got this Pershing that we got 3 shots in. Unfortunately, we get shot by the T-25 pilot who we shot earlier on. The unfortunate problem is that once you start poking people on that ridge, they tend to start getting annoyed and start trying to focus you. So that T-25 pilot obviously got a shot at us because we shot him earlier on and he knew that we were doing things. But we're going to keep using this position to try and get some shots into this Pershing and Indian Panzer, because they are currently doing things like spotting and shooting at my teammates, and we want to try and stop them doing that. So we've got a nice few shots into the Pershing. Try and get a shot into this T-25 pilot for shooting me earlier on. And hopefully we'll get another shot into this Indian Panzer, but he's pulled back. The artillery takes a shot at us and misses. And I am concerned that something might pop up on my left, because we do know that there was other stuff down the K-line. And if they decide that I'm worth coming to bother, so you're seeing that medium tank now at H8, H9, like I say, he's drawing my attention, because if he comes for me, I'm going to be in a sticky situation. And there we go, there's a Type 59-2. We get to ricochet something. Like I say, this tank doesn't really have armour, but it has angling. So when people catch you and you manage to swivel at weird angles, you can just bounce stuff. Luckily for me, the Dragon ends up rushing his shot and missing, but then the Type 59-2 gets a shot in. We're rushing into this little dip over here in the hope that they have to overexpose themselves to kill me. The Dragon does that. We end up finishing him off. Then we try and pop... We get lucky that we bounce that Type 59-2. What I was trying to do was track him in place and just get another free shot into him before I died, pretty much. I thought I was dead there, so I just decided, you know what, we're going to get a shot into this Type 59-2, and then I'm going to die. Fortunately enough for me, again, the angling on the tank bounced his shot. We managed to track him and then finish him off before he got another shot in. The artillery puts us down to 16 HP, and we get a nice shot into the CS-53. Now, this isn't looking good for me, because I'm so low health. The artillery keeps shooting me. They've still got quite a few tanks left that are quite healthy in strong positions. This CS-53, all he has to do is decide, you know what, this T-44-100 is dead. Pop over and he'll kill me. Unfortunately, can't quite get the shot at the Emil-2. We try and shut down the Indian Panzer. The gun derps into the floor. The artillery just misses us, which means we're pretty fortunate not to die there. This CS-53 has 232 hit points, which means that we could one-shot him, because we've got 250 average damage. Well, 250 base damage. It's not average damage anymore. And that means we could probably kill him. But at the same time, low rolls happen all the time. We generally roll for about 210 average. We're not probably going to kill him with one shot unless we get extremely lucky. So I am being extremely careful. I did think that this guy might come after me, but luckily artillery slaps him, which means he's not got much health left. And I'm going to try and get over and get a shot into this Emil, because this Emil is one that has to die. Hopefully we get a shot into the side of his turret. Oh, unfortunately, it just goes over the top and misses. This T-25 pilot from earlier on is charging down. We want to try and get a shot into him. We do, which puts him down to a 2-shot. And unfortunately, because he's a 2-shot, that makes it awkward, because I know that he obviously can just shoot me and kill me in one shot. I will have to put 2 into him, which means the likelihood is he's going to finish me off. We move away. Luckily, artillery misses us. We use this rock here because we're expecting the T-25 pilot to do what this CS has done. We unfortunately derp our shot into the CS-53, or into the floor and in front of him, and I don't know why I do this. Well, I know why I do that. I made the mistake of driving out because I thought I'm going to kill this CS-53 and then move out, but unfortunately we ended up bouncing on his turret, and then the T-25 pilot finishes off. But we finished that game with the 3 marks, 912 base XP on the loss, unfortunately. 3,766 damage, 768 assists. That's like 4.5k combined, 4.6k combined. A very nice game for the T-44-100 in what is a very good tank. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!